Hello, hello. Yeah, what's up? It's Green Ranger. Yeah, this is about YouTube irresponsibility. They're allowing this YouTuber sloppy stand. Hello, yeah, I'm back. It's the YouTube responsibility. Yeah, they're they're responsible for keeping us safe and on the platform and whatnot. But they don't. I'm sorry, they just don't. And it's not right that they allow these people to harass us constantly, and stuff, you know. But then, hey, they don't care because the dollar is the bottom line. You know what it is those people could harass us until time immemorial, and YouTube won't lift a finger to help you, no matter how much you report it. That's right. No matter how much you report it, they will not help you. They'll treat it like it doesn't exist. They'll sweep it under the rug like some kind of federal cover up. Like the thing, like the murder of JFK. They swept like the murder of Kennedy. The Kennedy assassination. They swept it under the rug and stuff like that. The documents are just surfacing like years and years after the fact. They know what's going on, but nobody's saying anything. YouTube knows what's going on. They record everything. They're saying, "Oh, we need a time tag. Oh, we need this. We need that." No, if they record everything, they got a time tag. They got the whole video on file. Why don't they go through it, find out what this guy is doing, and get rid of it? I mean, what the heck, man? People get tired of this stuff. YouTube Fight Club, all he does is harass people too. I mean, damn. I mean, you can't even you can't even come on YouTube without somebody harassing you. Come on, man. Then they come up with these unfounded accusations, which don't hold water legally. You know, and and then they sit there and oh, I'm going to expose you because yeah, you're not really helping anything. You're breaking the law. But then YouTube is breaking the law by aiding and abetting you while you violate terms of service constantly. They don't do anything. Yeah, they don't do nothing. And I'm calling attention to it. I'm using their platform to do it. That's right. It's about time somebody called attention to YouTube and their irresponsibility to protect its its patronage and clientele and all that other stuff. I mean, terms of service, it don't matter to you guys. Terms of service is what you dictate to be. I mean, you guys don't follow your own rules that you laid in. No harassment. No making memes on people. No this, no that. No doxing people. But I see it every day. I see it every day, all day. And you people don't do a thing about it. You people don't do anything about it. I mean, you allow people to come on here and dox people's information, you know, make a false police reports on people and stuff like that. But you don't stop it. You have the ability to stop it, but you don't. That's the thing. You don't want to. You don't want to hear it. It's not the bottom line. So you don't want to do anything about it. You know what though? You know what? There's other forums to go to. You know, people who people who need help and stuff like that, and people who don't get the service that they should get from YouTube should just leave it. Everybody should just boycott YouTube. Just leave it because YouTube is not doing its job. I mean, why should we continue to support something that doesn't help us when we need it? Why should we continue to support something that basically says, "Screw you, I don't care. The bottom line is all that matters." That's what it is. You know, you got and Majin, Majin Kai, Ethan Sharp. Yeah, Majin Kai, Ethan Sharp. You may as well you know, tell me. Because I know you're really the YouTube boogeyman. I already know. So, you may as well hang it up. I already know. You know? I already know you're King Elijah X. I already know what you do. So, you know what? That's just, that's just fine. That's just fine for you. Because YouTube doesn't care. YouTube doesn't care about us. That's just it. They don't care. It's just the bottom line to them. You know? When it comes down to this, YouTube don't care nothing about us. YouTube has a bottom line that has a dollar value attached to it. It's a business, but in that business, they're supposed to safeguard their people, but they don't. You know, you know, Roxy Foxy, the Christian Fox, she gets attacked on a daily. And YouTube doesn't do anything about it. They send pizzas to her house. They dox her address. They call her family and whatnot. YouTube won't do anything about it. YouTube won't do squat. And the whole thing about it is, they just do what they do. And you know what? You know what? YouTube is it's just a creature. It's just an animal without a conscience. An animal without a conscience. You know, it's basically a person with no moral center, no soul to it. No governing, no sense of redemption can ever, no sense of redemption can ever be that. You know, no sense of redemption can ever be that for YouTube because it's a creature of habit. YouTube has been garbage for so long, garbage in, garbage out. These people represent digital garbage. So they allow these people to come along and dox phone numbers and all that other stuff, dox locations. dox their addresses, send packages to people's houses and whatnot. You know, but they take no steps to protect anybody. You can mass report them until the sun goes down and die, and YouTube won't do anything. What's the use in having YouTube moderators that work at the company that don't do anything? You might as well just pay them to sit around and play video games on the computer because that's all they're doing. You know, who's smoking weed in the background? You know, that sort of thing. But you know what, though? Like I said, YouTube has a bottom line, and it's called a dollar value, people. A dollar value. And I say again, because I know they use your material I know they use your content for advertising material. What I would do is I'll pull my content. I'll pull it. That's what I would do. I would pull all my paid content. I would pull it and go to Rumble. Take my monetization to Rumble. Someone that will appreciate you know, because it's a thing of I'm gonna do what I want to do, and nobody's gonna really say anything. That's all that is, you know. But it's like I said, YouTube does not have a soul. I mean, it took away Colin Risenhour's channel, right? Just because somebody hacked it and put unauthorized material on it. They didn't even give him a chance. They didn't even give him a chance. They didn't even hear him out. They just took his channel. They took his channel and shut him up because he was telling the truth. It's just like Charlie Kirk. They shut him up because he was telling the truth. You know, they shut him up. They killed him because he was telling the truth. He found out something that they didn't want to come to light, and they killed him. So, you know, hey, it all pans out. You people, you YouTube people, you claim that you want to help and you're here to help us. Where's the help? Where's the help? Where's the help? I mean, at least with Charlie Kirk, when he came out, he told his truth. He had conviction behind it. He had the truth behind it. He had people behind him wanting to stand for what's right. YouTube won't stand for what's right. YouTube stands for a dollar value. They say they don't allow certain things. They don't allow adult content. That's a lie because I've seen it. I've seen it. You know what I tell them? If you don't want me to see it, don't put it there. But you know what? It's there for everybody to see. All you got to do is look. But then, hey, like I said, I digress. YouTube don't care about us. YouTube don't give a rat's. They don't give a rat's ass about us. Seriously. And I feel as though, you know, every time YouTube every time these people get something up their butt and they wanna broadcast and do whatever, YouTube turns a blind eye to it. They claim, oh, it doesn't violate our term of service, but it does. They're doxing people's phone number and personal information. You know, they're calling in false police reports on people. I mean, and YouTube doesn't really do anything. What is the use of having a YouTube moderator, at the company that's supposed to monitor what's going on the algorithm and take appropriate steps to remedy the situation? They don't do anything. You might as well just go out here and hire somebody, Joe Schmo, with a computer, the moderator saying, oh, because YouTube certainly ain't going to do it. You might as well go out there and hire, what do you call them? You might as well go out there and hire the Joker to sit and monitor your bank, sit and monitor your bank, your income. It's not like he ain't gonna rob you. If he robs you, that's his nature. YouTube says, I'm here to help you, right? But think about it like this. They're here to help you, right? But they're taking your money with a handshake and a smile. They're not helping you. They're hurting you. They're not protecting you. They're hurting you. They don't care. And I'm putting it all out there for everybody to hear, because that's what I see on a day-to-day basis. I just never said it in this form before, but I'm going to say it now. YouTube doesn't care about you, folks. They don't care. That's just it. Take it for what it is. You know, you can continue to be harassed by YouTube and whatnot, and you can continue to do it. But if it was me, I wouldn't. If it was me, I wouldn't do it. No matter how many times you mass report these guys are back on and they're doing God knows what, and nobody says anything. So that's what it is. I mean, they're doing things. They're doxing people's information. They're running illegal background checks on people. You know, I mean, you might as well say it's you might as well say YouTube is like a shadow government. They're doing everything a government would do. Actually, that's not supposed to do. Running background checks on its clients and stuff like that, allowing their safety to be compromised for what, $1. You know what though? I'm glad I'm not monetized on this app, because I would basically not deal with it.